Hello to you. This is Edwin Dearborn, and I want to talk to you about my book that I just released on Amazon called Articulate Beast. And you can check the link here in TikTok, and I'm uploading it to Instagram, and also the link to the book will be there. So what is an articulate beast? It is someone who has mastered the ability to use the right words with the right tone to the right audience. That's it. Can you sway the emotions, the decisions, the attitudes of the audience that you want to create an effect upon? Now, that differs for different individuals, what that goal may be and what that articulation, how that looks. Are you a poet? Are you a writer? Are you a blogger? Are you a YouTuber? Are you a TikTok influencer? Are you a public speaker? See, so you can't put it into one category and say that fits everybody. It's got to be a definition that is open to interpretation based on the person's skill sets, abilities, purposes, and goals, as well as what are they trying to accomplish? What is the effect that they're trying to create? And so you as a content creator, an artist, a writer, whatever you refer to yourself as, you're doing so because you're trying to instill or sway something in someone. Maybe it's a new idea. Maybe it's a better direction. Maybe it's an emotional reaction, whether it's laughter or crying or, deeply thinking about something or being appreciative of what they have. I think it's important that for you as a content creator, you really have to write down who you are, what you want to do, how you want to do it. You yourself have a clear articulation for yourself inwardly before you start to articulate outwardly. And I believe that's very important, whether it's, even for a businessman writing down his goals for the year or for the month or for the week. I feel that when you write them down and you articulate them, they become more real. And this is something that I learned in studying about how to study, that if you can't express something in writing or in graphics or in somehow in a two-dimensional world, if you can't express that clearly, then you yourself don't have a clear understanding of it. So how are you going to bring about clarity or create an impact in another if you yourself are still unclear in the message that you want to impart? A lot of people in this world communicate, but very few articulate. And it's interesting that the word, and I'm going to cover this many times, is I find it interesting that the word art is right at the beginning of articulation. I don't think that's a mistake. I think linguistically it's on purpose that to express oneself fully, you have to rise to a higher aesthetic level. And whether you look upon yourself as an artist or not, well, that's something that, that's something you have to battle with. That's something you have to rectify within yourself. But I believe anybody who has the ability to impact another is an artist. A mother who raises great children who are healthy, who are happy, who are productive, I think that's an art. Motherhood is an art. So imagine a mother going, okay, well, what is the message? What are the lessons that I want to impart? And you yourself were probably raised by parents or grandparents or maybe a teacher or mentor who had a great impact on you. And they had this incredible ability to use words in a way that moved you, in a way that you still remember those words to this day. You can repeat them verbatim, what they said to you. My dad always said, Da 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 da. My teacher or my coach always, believed that, and then that lesson. That's the power of articulation. These people were able to reach you and teach you and remind you and impress upon your mind these lessons because for whatever reason, their words for you resonated. So much so that they made a permanent impression upon your mind and your heart. That's articulation for me. Is if I'm going to speak to a group of people, whether that group is just my kids on a vacation, or whether it's a group of people that I'm going to talk to today at my church, or I'm delivering a presentation here on TikTok or Instagram, it doesn't matter. I've got to assess the room, if you will. You got to read the room. That room, again, may be one person, and it may be a convention of 10,000. And you yourself, as that artist, as that content creator, you have to determine, what am I going to articulate? What is my art form? How do I take this to an aesthetic level that when I'm done articulating my ideals, my ideas, my strategies, my feelings, my take on something, my views, that people walk away and go, I got something out of that. That was brimming with value for me. That gave me perspective that I never had before. It educated me. It elevated me. Isn't that what you want to do as a content creator? Isn't that what you want to do as a leader, as a parent? Is to leave that lasting impression that somehow creates a benefit in somebody else's life. And that benefit may be temporary. It may just be that easing of stress or anxiety or depression for that one moment, but yet it still had value for that one moment. It gave that person a moment of hope, a reason to continue. I think this is why it is so important for us to do a deep dive on who we are and how we articulate. Because when you are intentional about your communication and you take it seriously, and it becomes important to you that your communication evolve to that of articulation, I believe that a couple of things will occur. Number one, your own mind will clarify. You yourself will find some type of peace in that. So there's a personal benefit. Number two, you're going to add more value to the people that you care about. They're going to find you more valuable because you're providing them with actual value. And number three, I believe that those who are articulate attract better things. They, for whatever reason, they find better friendships, they find better associations, they create better alliances, they find allies, they create better wealth, they create business opportunities, all dependent upon what they are looking for. But whatever your ideal scene is, whatever your dream life is, I believe that if you steep into this world called articulation and you take it seriously and you start to exercise, and of course it won't be easy in the beginning, particularly if you haven't given it that due attention. But if you do give it that due attention and you continue to work on it every day and exercise and practice and review it and commit to getting better at it, I believe that it'll have a positive impact for you, for your family, for your community, and the world. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.